Right, and indeed they are. I'm sitting with law expert Justice Magai with the Genius Jack right here on Career Mode. Now the time is exactly 29 minutes after 2, and just like I keep saying, man, for these topics we need more time.
We need more time.
All right, we're gonna get straight back into it. Before we went into the break, I just asked. We were having a discussion about a little question: does money, or what role does money and the ability to get cases closed or satisfactory for whichever client, and it doesn't have an effect where it says then, look, I don't have enough cash, but my opponent or the person who's laying claim against me, because he's able to pay much quicker, can it sway the favor in terms of who or your ability to do and get a case closed quick and to your advantage, to the result?
Answer is yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Natural justice, everyone has to have access to a lawyer.
Okay.
Everyone has every case must be adjudicated on fairly.
Yes.
So you can't now say because someone comes from Sandton and he has 10 million, I come from Soweto, I have no money, therefore I must lose my case. The only problem is about access to resources.
Yes.
Resources, because both lawyers are qualified.
Mm-hmm.
But now lawyer X comes from the big law firms in Sandton.
Mm-hmm.
He has access to investigators. He has access to the best experts, because remember, you also need to pay the experts.
Okay.
And they charge per hour as well. They must draft your reports as well, consult with your client, then you prepare as well. So now you then come to lawyer Y. It's a small law firm. I've just been newly admitted. I'm struggling to make ends meet. I must pay rent. I must get petrol money. I must now fight for clients. You come to me, you say, Baba, I only have 1,000. That guy is 20,000. Will I dedicate all my time to your case or not? In reality, no. Because I must also chase other clients. It's money. It's a money game. It's a money game, unfortunately. Ideally, it shouldn't, but this is not an ideal world.
Wow.
Just so I can ask you.
That's an incredible answer.
What profession or category of law do you specialize in?
I've done criminal litigation, and I'm now doing civil litigation. So basically, you'd say...
What's the difference between the two?
Yes, huge difference. Criminal litigation, means we go to criminal court. State versus Jacob... let me not say Jacob Zuma, but Jacob whoever charges corruption. He hires me. Now it's the government versus him, saying that you've broken one of our rules, that you cannot be corrupt. You can't influence other people. Then we appear in criminal court. The standard is different, because the state now, the prosecution, acts on behalf of the public. That's where the NPA comes into play. NPA also has an act. Remember, I told you that everything, the law is involved. NPA has an act, legal aid has an act, advocates have an act, attorneys have an act, the court has an act itself. So criminal law, they charge you, and then they must prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You heard me say they must prove, which means the state.
Okay.
And if they fail to prove it, even if the public says, he took the money, but they fail to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, then he must walk. Then there's public outcry. Now, civil law, Papa Y and Mama Y are divorcing.
Yes.
That's civil law. Between civilians.
Between two people.
Civilians, This one is state versus Jacob. You've broken a social contract which you signed. No one kills anyone. No one is corrupt in South Africa or anywhere. Now, sense. Divorce law. You two got married. Law was involved. You went to Home Affairs. You signed. Law is involved. Now you are divorcing. Divorce law is involved. Law again. Now, Baba has a pension. There's a Pension Funds Act. Another thing with the law
that gets involved. Does that get involved when there's a divorce case happening? Yes, Please explain that a little bit for me.
You see, you spoke about information. So most of our people are not informed. They get married. No one signs anything. Automatically,
what are you supposed to sign when you get married?
You must decide: are we getting married in community of property?
Yes.
Out of community of property, because there are huge consequences. In community of property, it means half. Half is debt, and half is assets.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Actually means that.
Yes. Then also you can get married out of community of property with ANC, not African National Congress, anti-nuptial contract.
Okay.
Where it says, it's out of community of property. Jack, you keep your stuff. Mama Jack keeps her stuff. But then if it's with accrual, whatever the two of you start from zero, you get married today, then you accumulate together
during the marriage.
Yes. So if you had 20 Ferraris before marriage, you exclude them.
Okay.
When you divorce, God forbid, but divorces happen. I think 80% of marriages end in divorce.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Are those
scary.
the stats?
Yes, that's
80%.
Because this year, since March, I think
Come
I've done
on.
about 90 divorces.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I do divorces, evictions, variations, high court applications. So that's just me
is
alone.
Startling.
Yeah, it's
just
that's
you by
crazy.
yourself.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my
It's a discussion
word.
that we need to have with the youth, right?
Yeah.
Those who want to be entrepreneurs, to say, before you get married,
Ah, yes.
when you get married, what type of contract are you having with your partner?
Yeah.
And in a case where you can actually have a discussion to say, look, I am willing to lose half of my stuff right now so that I can grow my business.
Yeah.
Are you willing to lose half of your things with me so that we can grow together? Because those conversations never happen. We
Yeah,
just
they
get
never
married with the idea that, life will be happy, and then we get surprised that this guy owes so much money to the bank. And then now we own the same amount of money to the bank,
Yes, that's
both
true.
of us.
Yes.
But tell me something.
Yeah.
What makes some cases famous? I mean, is it the case, or is it the lawyer, or is it just media?
I think it's a plethora of reasons.
Yeah.
They're all combined. Number one, the media is important. Media is good and bad. Media spreads good information and at the same time spreads bad information regarding cases.
Yeah.
That's why they always say alleged to have committed an offense.
Yes.
Some of the media guys, they say no, he committed it.
Yeah.
Then the public accepts that uyenzile. 3 years later he gets acquitted. But uyenzile. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now media is involved. Lawyer is also involved.
Yes.
Justice Magai appears today in the High Court, Joburg High Court. Dalimpofu also appears. Who do you think they'll cover?
They'll cover Dalimpofu.
Dalimpofu. So the lawyer as well. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Periru.
Yeah.
Vim Trenkov.
Yes.
Those are the big guys.
Yes.
What's Kakane?
Yes.
Then Ntebenza. So they follow the famous guys as well. Then your third part was what? The type of case as well.
Yes.
Type of case. Oscar Pistorius killed River Steenkamp. Before then was alleged to have killed her.
Yes.
It's a famous case. He's a famous sports star.
Yes.
He must go to the High Court.
Yes.
It's a serious case. All cases are serious, by the way. But involving Jabu and Matsidiso in Protea, no one wants to know about it except the family and friends. So it appears in Protea, small court. But then once it's celebrity, state capture. Everyone wants to know
Everyone
what's
wants to
happening.
know.
But if it was just water capture
Water capture. There's such a thing. Yes.
between your
In Cape
neighbor
Town,
and your nneighbor and your neighbor.
Yeah.
Hi, now you guys can go to some small office there in the township. No one wants to know about that. It's about a whole lot of factors. Man.
All right. Before we go to the break, I've got a question. No, in fact, we're going to answer this question after the break. But I want to go into school violence. Right now, there is a new, well, I don't know if the bill is passed or whatnot. They're looking at reviewing the National School Safety Act. They're looking at issues around school violence, what can be done.
Yes.
We've got 183 inmates that are gearing up for their matric exams this year alone.
I saw that.
I want to go into just a little bit of a chat with you around that and what can be done with regards to law, because the school violence rate is just on another level, and I just want to find out what laws are there actually around young people and finding themselves on the wrong side of the law. Okay, we're going to take a short break. It's 38 minutes after 2. Stay tuned.